Hi everyone, it's Gary here with your latest video here on the Fourth Officials YouTube channel. You are very, very welcome. Now, on today's show, we are looking back on yesterday's 2-0 victory for Rangers at Hampden in the League Cup, which sees them move through to the quarter-finals of a competition that was very good to manager Philippe Clement last season. Goals from Cyril Dessers and Ross McCausland see Rangers take their place in the last 8. And I think after the disappointment of losing to Kiev during the week, it was a much needed victory for the team, and also for the support to see the team play in a bit more of a positive manner in terms of creating more chances, being a bit more on the front foot, and a bit more exciting football. And you're just starting to see signs of relationships being built up, particularly amongst some of the new players into the squad. Yet again, another performance from Yefty, which was massively impressive, following on from the deep disappointment of his controversial red card on Tuesday night in the Kiev game. And I thought he linked very well yesterday with Rabbi Matondo down the Rangers left. Matondo had a Rabbi Matondo type performance where he was a threat, he was energetic, he was trying to make things happen, but it was just that final action, whether it was lack of ability in terms of a shot, going down straight down the goalkeeper's throw, or being off target, the cross not quite finding his man. It was a game where Matondo showed flashes of what he can bring to this Rangers squad, but not necessarily bringing end product, and that's got to be the challenge for him if he wants to nail down a permanent place in the starting lineup. Now, there is a jersey up for grabs, I think, at the moment, with Redvan Yilmaz being out for 4 to 6 weeks and Oscar Cortez also out injured. Scott Wright's never really shown that he's got the quality to be a full first-team starter. So there's a shot there for Matondo. And I think we all know at the moment the situation regarding Rangers' finances. The link to Leeds very much doesn't look as if there's too much in it at this stage. Matondo on a high wage, and that's something that I think Rangers need to take into account and try and find a way to harness his undoubted ability to produce a more consistent output. The goal from Cyril Dessers in the second half wasn't without controversy. Referee Matthew McDermott appearing to award a free kick against the Rangers striker for a collision in the box. Eventually, the play was played on, and Dessers slams it into the back of the St Johnstone net, and then VAR take another look at it, and the goal ends up being given. We've seen lots of controversy about it. Michael Stewart, for one, on Premier Sports, wasn't terribly happy about the way that the referee handled the situation, but at the end of the day, we came up with the right result and the right answer, and the goal stood, and that's something that gave Rangers a bit of a platform in the game to go forward. Václav Černý wasn't his best day at the office, and he came close in the second half with a shot which just went wide after some decent work from James Tavernier. And then Rangers would get the second goal in stoppage time. Lovely dinked finish from substitute Ross McCausland, who took advantage of a loose touch from Cyril Dessers in the penalty box and lifted it over the onrushing St Johnstone goalkeeper. 2-0 could have been a lot more comfortable, and I think the other big highlight from the game was 45 minutes in the legs of Danilo, and we all know that extra striking option at the top end of the park to share the load with Cyril Dessers has been massively needed throughout the opening games of this season. So Danilo being back and ready and an option for Philippe Clement to use is certainly a big asset going into the next few games of the season. One match to go, Ross County at Ibrox next Saturday before the Old Firm game at the beginning of September, and at that point the squads will be nailed down, and there's a lot of work to do over the course of the next fortnight for Clement and Niels Coppin, not only in terms of bringing in some more fresh blood, likes of EFD and Conor Barron have been very impressive at the beginning of the season, but we need more than just those two. But for that to happen, we all know we need some exits and a solution to the Todd Cantwell, Yanis Hadji situation. And I just wonder what the next 2 weeks will hold for James Tavernier. Full coverage of yesterday's match with St Johnstone is available on our Patreon channel, myself and Scott Young providing a full match analysis. So I urge you to go and check that out if you are a supporter of the Fourth Official on Patreon. We'll speak to you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.